Hi everyone, it's Yvette. Today I am going to work on a word book for my granddaughter, and her name is Ava, so it's a very short, only 3 letters. So I thought I would do it with you. So I got my gypsy ready, and I have already started page 1, and let me see if I can zoom in a little bit closer for you. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Okay, so I have my little rectangle that I picked from Twinkle Toes. If you don't have Twinkle Toes, I believe Accent Essentials has one with a little curve in the corner right here instead of it being a box. But if you want a box shape, Georgian Basics has the square shape. But I kind of like the curve, and because I'm going to do all my pages the same height, I don't have to worry about my little corner being a different size. The last one I did like this, and it was just great. Okay, so what I want to do is on her first page, I'm gonna highlight this, and then I'm gonna remove the little link here because I don't want it to be, well, I want the height to be 4 inches, but I want the width to be 4 inches as well. So I'm going to change that to 4 inches. Okay, so now on my first page, instead of starting with the A, I want to put a Hello Kitty. So I chose from my Hello Kitty book, and I'm going to put this one right here because it looks like she's saying hi. So I'm going to go pick my little kitty. And here we go. I'm going to pick my shadow, or the Hello Kitty I want. I go back, and she's 4 inches, but she's a lot bigger, so I am going to make her a little smaller. So I'm going to hit this button right here. Sorry. I'm going to put my Hello Kitty right there. And I think that's going to be good. That's about where I want it. So now I'm going to link them together. So I'm going to go to Advanced, and then I'm going to click on the square and click my little welding button. Then I'm going to click this one and weld that one as first. So now I'm going to click my eyeball so that I can see if they did well, and they did. See the gray? I don't know if you can see it, but here's gray, which means that they did well. So unlink that, and now I'm going to go to my second layer, and I have here the second one, which I'm going to line up just to make sure. Okay, the first one I did at 4 inches, so the second one I'm going to do at 5 inches the width. So I'm going to go back to my basic. My link is unlinked, so now the width 5 inches. So I'm going to hit 5 inches. There we go. Going to scoot them up a little bit, and now I'm going to pick my letter, my A. Now my letters I am going to get from, let's see, which was that one I picked? Storybook. And I'm going to use the shadow feature again. And I have my A. Going back to my mat. And now I'm going to scoop my A. Oh, don't want them together. There we go. Right about there. I think that's good. And it's at 4 inches because my height is 4 inches. So let's weld that. Let's go to Advanced. Click on my square, or my rectangle at this point. Highlight the welding button. Click my A, and that's highlight it, and now let's eyeball it, and it's welded. Yay, we're on a roll. Now we're in layer 3. So now I am going to pick another rectangle. So I'm going to go to Twinkle Toes, and my rectangle is down here. And go back to my mat. And I'm going to bring it up here, and I'm going to tell it, I'm going to go to Basic and tell it I want it 4 inches, the height. Now this is still unlinked, so that's why it looks funny that way. So now I'm going to tell it that I want the width. Now we did the first one at 4, the second one at 5, so let's do the third one at 6. And here we go. I'm going to line it up with the others. Now if you don't want the others to show, you can remove the eyeball. And then that way you can only see that one. I'm going to leave the eyeball off for a minute. And then I'm going to go back and pick my V. And that again was from Storybook. So let's go to Storybook. And let's get our V. Oh, we weren't on shadow, so let's back up a little bit. Backspace. We have to be on shadow. And then our V. Go back. And now I'm going to scooch it over. Right about there. I think that's good. I'm going to open the eyeball on my layer 2. I want to make sure you can see a little bit of the V. There we go. That looks good. A layer 4. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to let's get our A first since we're here. Let's make sure that's at 4 inches. Let's put the link on. You want to get the link on so that your letter it's right. There we go. And now click over here and let's get our rectangle. And we have to go to Twinkle Toes again. Oh. There we go. So now we remove the link, tell it the height we wanted it for, and our width, what are we up to? 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want it at 7. Let's scooch it over. Let's bring our A to where we want it, and I think about there. And let's open all the other eyeballs and see if we like that. And I think that's good actually. All right, so now I'm going to remove all the eyeballs. And let's go ahead and weld that. So I'm going to click my right rectangle, go to Advanced, weld, weld, eyeball it. Perfect. Let me get my Cricut ready so I can cut this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my Gypsy plugged in, I have my Cricut ready, and then I have my mat, and I'm going to use a chipboard, but I'm using my cereal box, my favorite corn pops. I have the corn popped chipboard already on the mat. Now I cut it with this part up only because the few times that I cut it the other way, this part, this top layer has shredded on me and has peeled off and has made a mess. So we're just going to cut it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up. Okay, so now we're ready to cut. I went ahead and I'm in layer 1, and I am going to load mat. And then we're going to hit over here where it says the number, it says number 1. I am going to tell it to cut 3 times. So that way, because it's thick cardboard, it'll cut 3 times and we'll get a nicer cut. Then we're going to hit cut again. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now we're going to unload Matt. Okay, let me take this apart and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm ready to cut the paper that's going to go in the first layer. So again, I'm in layer 1 and I'm going to cut. I originally was going to use the Once Upon a Springtime, but because I have Hello Kitty, I thought Hello Kitty wouldn't go with the fairies. So instead, I chose, let me show you real quick, the K&Company paper, and I picked this up yesterday at Michael's, and it's really pretty. It's by Tim Coffee, and it's just gorgeous paper. So I thought it had little girly colors. So this is the paper that I'm going to use in our little word book. Alright, so I have my paper lined up, and I'm going to go ahead and cut. And we're going to cut that just one time. So I'm going to change that back to number 1. And then, oh, we got to load Matt. And one time and cut. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to try to put this book together. I'm going to cut the rest of the pages off camera and I'll try to be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, I have everything, the chipboard cut down, and I cut my paper and glued everything together. And this is the front page where my little Hello Kitty is going to be, and the A. And this paper, guys, is so beautiful. I love it. If you don't have this pack, you have to go get it. It's just so beautiful. It was hard to choose the pages. And because I love both sides, what I did was I used both sides. Like this side is the back of this side, and this one is the back of this one, and that one is the back of this one. So I will put this together, cut everything out, and bind it, and probably the end of the week or next week I'm going to have a part 2. So I'll show you our book, because we did this together, later when it's done. Alright, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Bye.